Alright, so for today's installment of Vlogmas, I'm going to be reading some comments from my Facebook, and also I'm going to roll some video reactions to comments that I get on TikTok. And I haven't done a video like this in a long time where I read comments. I might be a little rusty. So Steven Noel, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But Steven said, do not hump means not to let the car roll free under its own momentum of a hill of a hump yard. Maybe because of the car's contents or the weight of the boxcar itself. So the car needs to be shoved to rest. In one of my videos, I had filmed an intermodal train after the locomotives passed. I saw this boxcar or something that said do not hump on, and I'm like, what does that mean? But I was thinking hump day. I just want to throw in a little joke. I was thinking about hump day. You know how it's Wednesday and then your boss would be like, it's hump day, or your friend or that cheery person that's awake in the morning while you feel like a zombie. Eddie Patterson says, I see number plate below the head. So these signals are automatic. CTC signals don't have them, and they are controlled by dispatch. So Eddie, I don't understand a damn thing about what y'all be saying with these trains and such, but is Eddie talking about some signals are automatic and some signals the dispatcher has to manually change it depending on train traffic? So is that what Eddie is saying, if I'm understanding him correctly? Aiden said, foamers when a completely normal train event happens. Last year, I was barely on time for a CSX train, and I saw the CSX train going in reverse, meaning the back end of the locomotive was facing the rails, and so I thought it was going in reverse, and I'm like, what in the skippy toilet? What the heck? It just caught me off guard. And then the comments explain that that's called long hood forward. I know when rail fanning, I would see any trailing locomotives, they'd be facing long hood forward, but I've never seen a lead unit face long hood forward. There's only so much I can think about at that point in time. I'm not trying to act like it's completely oblivious, like it's a completely new event or something new. I'm aware it's been happening for a good minute. I mean, a literal minute, but it's just I don't think about everything at that point in time and say it in my videos. Okay, another comment from Steven. Damn, Jazz, you know CSX signals better than I do. I work over some CSX territory. Yes, yellow over green means approach medium. I can never get it right because on the Norfolk Southern, that same signal means approach diverging. LOL. The one that always gets me is red over yellow over flashing green. That's called medium approach medium. I'd be like, oh my skippity, when I see that signal. You and your conductor should do the pointing Spider-Man meme, because what the hell do you do at medium approach medium? What do you do with that signal? And how do you remember these signals if they're different depending on the railroad you work for? Because I think a conductor or engineer left a comment on one of my reels saying that yellow over green is an advanced approach for BNSF. How do you remember all these signals that they're a different thing? I think if I was on the railroad, my autistic ass would be fired because I go into autopilot mode. I'm like, oh, this signal means this for this. So I'm going to stay in that autopilot mode and not get out of autopilot mode. Okay, we're on a completely different railroad, so this is a signal for that railroad. I will need a flow chart to remember all these damn signals. I will need somebody to spell it out for me in crayon. I will need somebody to explain it to me like I'm in kindergarten about how y'all remember all of these signals and what they mean. And here's a troll comment. Dummy, when there is no train. Take two. So we got a troll comment. And I don't think some of these folks think before they type. Robert saying, dummy, when there is no train, you will have no train horn in any video. Doy, you a real dummy. What the Can't stop a train from blowing their horn when they approach a crossing. You the last person that should be calling somebody a dummy. Well, this atrocious ass grammar. You the last person that should be calling somebody dumb. I know there could be FRA regulated no horn zones. I guess the city can propose a no horn zone, and the crossings have to have specific regulations, like for the FRA to approve. Like, I don't know how the hell this works, but all I know is I just see the no horn zone sign before the railroad crossing. He gonna talk about some dummy when there's no train. There won't be a horn if there's no train. No shit, Sherlock. You got a nerve to say I'm a dummy. Terrence said, I am a CSX conductor out of Riverdale, Illinois. That screech is when the flange of the wheel contacts the guide of the rail during turns and is louder if the rail cars are loaded, or also comes from when the engineer applied the brakes to the cars. Now that gets very loud, reason why we wear earplugs. Great video, hope to spot you riding one day. I think that was on a video that I did either 2 days before New Year or before Christmas. I think it was before New Year. I was late for a manifest train that was screeching. I think this time it did me a favor to be late for that particular train because I did not bring my headphones. Terrence said that they wear headphones because of all the noises these trains make. But I didn't even know what the hell a flang squeal was until y'all told me. I didn't even know flang was a real word. There's a lot of things that I know was a word. Okay, Kevin said our local subs engineers purposely blow the hell out of the horns in our no horn zone. LOL. I think Norfolk Southern doesn't care. Yeah, I posted a reel saying that, hey, this is a quiet zone, because if I got $1 for every comment I got asking how come the train don't blow the horn, I would probably be able to move to California and live in a mansion, live in a penthouse or whatever. I don't know. But I get so many comments, I would say presumably from people new to the channel, or maybe people who don't live in quiet zone areas, I don't know, asking how come there's no horn. So I made this reel saying, hey, a lot of y'all be asking me why come there's no horn. Well, this is why. And some people lost their ever-loving mind in the comments. Like, listen, y'all be asking me why there's no horn, and I'm literally telling you. So I remember I posted one video on TikTok. I'm like, hey, he blew the horn. This is a quiet zone. And TikTok and Facebook, a lot of people thought I was trying to be against safety when I wasn't. I thought, I don't know, maybe the horns were coming back and I just didn't hear about it. Maybe there were certain protocols I didn't know about, because even when there's daredevils or passing their train, I've never heard the whistle. So I thought maybe it's up to the engineer. I have no idea. I have no idea how things work on the railroad. That's why I asked stupid questions in these videos. So hopefully someone would tell me, right? John Morgan said, I was a conductor for Chicago, Fort Wayne, and Eastern. I used to take trains into Indiana Harbor Belt Yard in Gibson. One night we hit a car on the tracks. Apparently it had ran out of gas installed on the tracks. See, this is why I make a big deal when drivers go around the arms. I remember I posted a video to my Facebook or TikTok, one of them last year, where Union Pacific train had gotten clearance and was able to proceed on their route. 2 cars went around the gates, but I didn't know about the first car until the train sounded the horn. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Y'all saw what these drivers did. They lucky I didn't catch this. And the reason why I said they're lucky, because who knows? And so this person ran around how the video was ridiculous and how it's a waste of time or how it was unnecessary. Folks underestimate how easy it is for their car to stall. Now imagine going around the arms because you don't want to wait for the train because you're in such a hurry to go nowhere, or you're in such a hurry because happy hour is almost over at the bar. I don't know. And your car stalls, or you get a flat tire, or whatever happens, and a train is barreling your way. So it's not about, and then when that person was basically saying that going around the arms is okay because the train was going slow, people underestimate how quickly their cars can stall. And you forget a train on the other track can surprise you. So you're busy evading one train, another one can surprise you. But if Amtrak clocked right past that Union Pacific train, right? Them commuter trains can clock, what, 70 miles per hour? Your ass is cooked. You are cooked if you stall and Amtrak is barreling your way. And trains can't stop like a car or a bus. It takes them a mile to stop going at full speed. And they can't just notch it into emergency because they could derail the train, especially on a curve or depending on the load. Like, I don't know, but they can't just notch it into emergency. They, like, once you can see the train's lights, they cannot stop for you. So why take unnecessary risks if, when you don't have to? Why try to beat the train because you're in a hurry? And you realize if they strike you, if you do not win against the train is always going to win. When you don't win the race and they have to stop, they have to investigate, then you're really going to be waiting. So what could have been a 5-minute wait turns into a 2-hour wait because somebody was impatient and they didn't want to wait for the train. Take your pick. You want to wait 5 minutes for the train or 2 hours because I have to investigate a collision? Take your pick. Kens said, as a railroader, if I had a penny for every close call, well, I wouldn't be railroading. I think he would be able to buy. They will be able to buy the railroad they work for, probably. Ken will probably get a penny for a person on foot and a quarter for a motorist. A penny for a person on foot or on a bicycle and a quarter for a driver. Ken could probably retire early if that's the case. But how do y'all react to the daredevils? That's what I like to call them. Dylan wrote, foamers, with a goofy eye gif. And on the reel, I said a train was coming. And he has yellow over green. And y'all told me that signal meant approach medium. That's what I said. And then I guess that gave him the incentive that I'm a foamer. But y'all literally told me these signals in my comments. So what you talking about, foamers? Did some of y'all railroad employees come up with this foamers thing as an inside joke? Maybe it's an inside joke between railroad employees, because I don't know. I can imagine them at the bar being like, how many foamers did you see on your route? I saw 12. I have a Patreon and a coffee. This allows you to support the channel so I can keep bringing content for you guys. You can get early access to my Railfan content, early access to my gaming content, maybe some BTS. You can sign up for my Patreon or my coffee. You don't have to sign up for both. The link is in the description box down below. You can pick one or the other. Or if you want to support me monthly, join Patreon. If you want to send a one-time tip, if you just want to send a little one-time tip saying, hey, thanks for the content, you can do coffee. Whatever works for you. I want to be as accommodating to you guys as possible.